You know, sometimes tough sessions for the market can mask important messages that resolve the matter of most for long-term investors. While anxiety, of course, was reflected in our third triple-digit session in a row, there continue to be signs of resolve, like the Dow today coming off the session low, not once but twice. In the end, of course, the Dow could not overcome major losses at Goldman Sachs and Johnson & Johnson, the number 1 and number 9 heaviest weighted names in that index. And then after the close, IBM saw its revenues decline for the 20th straight quarter, sending that stock off a cliff. By the way, it's the 4th most impactful name in the blue chip index, so Dow could be under more pressure tomorrow. Now, I want to shift also to what happened today, and that was America First. President Trump's Buy American, Hire American executive orders, it covered several areas beyond the H-1B visas that we talked about earlier, including our procurement program that has been far more generous in opportunities to foreign companies than have been afforded to American companies. In fact, foreign firms in 2010 had access to procurement for $837 billion. On the other hand, U.S. firms $381 billion, and that was the top 5 countries. And then there's protecting the American steel makers by making sure that federal projects are using steel that's melted and poured in the United States, not just finished. Keep in mind, that's like so many other parts of our modern factories, right? Which, of course, have become more assembly plants than old-school manufacturing. Americans, though, here's the key. Going to have pride and going to have to be trained for these so-called new-collar jobs. They include operating machines and tools, and they have high-tech skills. I mean, they're as important as STEM jobs. There's another reason, though, that I think Snap-on Tools Today was chosen, and you heard the president talk about it. They've got a technical skills training program. It's a special initiative for the company, and I think everyone should be focused on that. The America First team, by the way, helped the Russell 2000 eke out a small gain today, while all the other major indices finished lower. Guidance, though, is tough for this earnings season. So while resolve is great, the stock market bias has unfortunately shifted to the downside. So stocks can get hit on good news, they can get crushed on bad news. And this is important for you to remember with your portfolio, because you want to sell losers, but you don't want to allow the last 3 months alone or Wall Street's knee-jerk reactions to be the rationale for closing out a great stock at a loss. The flip side of this, of course, is that companies are clearly executing. If they're growing their business, if their margins are growing, those stocks could be buys on dips with the broad market. So this is an interesting time